Welcome back to Instables, everyone. Again, after today's Fed minutes releasing, not much adding to what Powell mentioned last Wednesday. So again, the market had a bounce towards the end of the day with a slight pullback. The question is from here, will we possibly continue on with this consolidation into a possible bounce going to tomorrow, or will we possibly continue on lower again? As we look at our 1 hour chart, we do sit on a pullback, but as we look at our daily chart, we had this pullback very similar, as you guys can see. Again, with our lower trend line, we do have a gap just below it, but we had the same thing happen prior here. Again, we gapped just below our lower trend line here, and then we gapped up prior. So again, is this a possible false break to the downside? Is this a possible bounce back that we may have for this possible continuation that we have been getting strength from on the 1 hour chart? And if we do have this bounce back, again, that will be a possible completion on a Morningstar setup. This is the question. I'm going to go over exactly what we're looking for from here. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. And if you are a day trader, if you're looking for pre-market news as early as you're going to find it, any major data sets that you want to be watching, any major volatile movers on those key levels that you want to be watching. As you guys can see here with ZURA, the major runner that we mentioned in the Instabills room today, as you guys can see, we had confirmation with our EMA lines crossing higher here on our 5-minute chart, looking for a possible continuation. We broke above our pre-market level that we were looking for, and we did gap up all the way up to $7.86, and then we did continue all the way to $9.23 on the day. Again, a very nice run that we had on the day, a speculative mover that we mentioned from early in pre-market on a $20 price target that was mentioned by Raymond James. Again, these are the type of major movers that we mentioned in the Instabills room. Again, go to instabills.com in the description below, and for only $15 a month, you will never miss a breakout alert today. Again, let's jump into this one. So jumping into the SPY with you guys here again, as we have a pullback from our prior gap down that we did mention. Again, that resistance that we were looking for proof of concept above if we were going to continue on higher for that possible gap to 431 here. And as you guys can see, sitting on this pullback here, gapping lower, now sitting on a bounce from our 50-day moving average. Will we possibly bounce back above our 21 for that possible continuation that we've been having strength from on the weekly chart? Again, continuing to respect our 10 weekly moving average. Now looking to see if we can close this candle. Again, still closing this candle for the next couple days. Looking to see if this candle will close with a wick to the downside for that possible bounce off of our 10 weekly moving average will be the watch. Now, if we close lower, then that will clearly be that false break to the upside with an engulfing candle exactly at resistance. So again, looking at our psychological point here on the weekly chart is showing us exactly what we're looking for here. Again, either that false break if we do close lower this week for that possible continuation on lower and that continuation on decreases in buy pressure here on the MACD that we would be looking for. However, at this point, looking for any possible bounce back would be the better play. So again, going into tomorrow, what I do want to see here is to see if we can get back above 412. If we can get back above 412, then we can possibly gap higher into our 414 level that we were looking for from our gap down at 417. Again, this is our 414 level that we did have a bounce from before we did continue on lower here from, again, 417 a couple days ago that we were looking for. And sure enough, having that gap down here, now looking to see if we can possibly get back above 412, in my opinion. Again, like I said, at 412 will possibly be that gap up to 414. And as you guys can see, actually here now going to extended hours, we actually are now gapping going to extended hours. So there we are looking at this gap up just like as we were looking for. So we'll see if we do test 414 going to tomorrow. And if we do continue on past 414, we're looking for that gap fill at 417. And if we can close with a wick on the weekly chart, again, we're looking for that close with a wick on the weekly chart to show that we are continuing to respect our 10 weekly moving average, which could be a possible Morningstar setup. So again, if we close with a gap up going into Friday, we close with a gap up at the end of this week, look for a possible bullish move if we continue on above 420 from there, again, to possibly 431. That's what we're looking for from here, 420 to 431 if we continue bullish. And if we do continue on lower again, we do have our 409 level that will be possibly that gap down of 403 that we're looking for. So again, 409 to 403 will be that major gap down lower, in my opinion, if we do continue on lower. But in my opinion, at this point in time, holding support on our 50-day moving average is currently what we see going to extended hours, again, with that nice gap that we just saw on the 1 hour chart as we were just talking about that possible gap fill here. So again, we'll see if this does continue above 414. And if it does not, we'll see exactly if we do get that bearish momentum looking at exactly how we close this week will be very, very big in my opinion as we lead into next week's jobs reports. Now, again, with that said, if you are a day trader, if you're looking for pre-market news as early as you're going to find, if you're looking for confirmation like we just had here with the SPY, looking for this nice gap up, for this possible support that we were getting, and sure enough, gapping up above 412 here to now possibly going to test 414, exactly what we're looking for. So again, if you're looking for confirmation on major volatile movers, we don't alert the SPY, but we do alert any major volatile movers that you want to be watching. We mentioned 2 100% breakouts with FDA news in the last couple weeks. Again, any major levels, major volatile movers that you want to be watching, go to instabulls.com in the description below. And for only $15 a month, you will never miss a breakout alert today again. And again, all of you Instabulls, again, we know what we're looking for here. Continuing to take with the market resist, we'll see exactly how we do close on the week. And in my opinion, that will show us what we have possibly in store for next week. And in my opinion, a major move can be continuing into next week. We'll see if we continue on higher with this bounce back at the end of this week, or if we do continue on lower, we will know that we do have that false break on resistance for a possible short-term continuation pullback on the weekly. So we'll see exactly what happens. Again, for now, we have our 414 and 417 level on watch, and then our 420 level if we do continue on higher. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.